The chapter is, if you are not attached to your body, you are not attached to anybody. Question is, can I attain mukti or liberation while remaining in a marital relationship? Because people get very attached to one another in a marriage. So the answer of Sadhguru is, in any relationship, there is attachment. Most people know relationships only as attachments. This attachment is not with the other person. Your attachment to your husband or your wife is not a big thing. You are attached because you have no other way. If you had some other way, the attachment would drop. Don't think that giving up your husband or your wife is a very great thing. If the other person whom you were attached to suddenly becomes distasteful, your attachment would evaporate. If you do not like that person due to some act they do or something they say, your attachment disappears. This must be clearly understood. The attachment is not with somebody. The attachment is with your body. Because you are deeply attached to this body, you get attached to somebody. You do not have to work on your attachment with people around you. You really need to work with your attachment to your own body. As you release yourself from this, you are free from everything. The sense of body is so big in the human mind. The purpose of a spiritual process is to transcend that, because that is the greatest step. Your identification with the body is the basis of your entanglement with every other body. If you are not entangled with this body, you are not entangled with anybody. In sex-based relationships, that means in sex-based relationships, where this body is involved between two people, the attachment always deepens. That means it deeps and deeps. On the spiritual path, people are talking about brahmacharya or not getting into these kinds of relationships, not because they are against relationships and the biology of life, but only because such a relationship deepens the attachments. What kind of relationships you hold and what you are doing in your life is in one sense irrelevant, but in another sense of creating the necessary support, it is relevant. Whether we want to create a supportive situation for ourselves or not could vary from person to person. Some people need this kind of relationship to ground them a little bit. Otherwise, they would be too disturbed to seek anything in their life. If you are capable of flying, it is beautiful. But when you are not capable of flying, and if you are not grounded, you will be lost. It is a kind of grounding. It holds you down. If you look at it, in one way it is a reverse process, but right now it could be useful to you depending upon what stage of life you are in. I want you to look at it straight. Why are you seeking a certain relationship? Don't give it all kinds of meanings which do not exist. You are seeking it because by yourself you are lost. You need support psychologically and emotionally. You are seeking it because that is the only way you know how to handle your fears and struggles within yourself. These kinds of relationships only create more struggle and conflicts externally. But because you don't know how to handle your interiority, you are using the external to handle your interior. That will only be a stopgap arrangement. It will never work forever for anyone. It cannot. These relationships have got nothing to do with your spiritual process. Spirituality is something that you do within yourself. How you want to manage your outside is left to you, but as the internal changes, the internal also will naturally show in the exterior. If you want to manage a certain level of exteriority and want to keep something going, it is up to you what you do with your outside. That's the thing that Sadhguru has said. So thank you for your listening.